Hello everyone, today's grammar and clarity tip is about tenses. So we're going to look at the simple past, present and future tense. So first of all, what is a tense? Well, when you write something or you say something, you always need to let the reader or the listener know when you are talking about. Otherwise things become very, very confusing. And this is equally important in a story or in real life situations. If you can imagine having a conversation with your teacher about home learning and you just don't know if they're talking about last week's home learning, the home learning you're in the middle of right now, or something that isn't due for ages, you'd become very confused. So tenses are very important. The simple past, present and future tense are simple because they just let you know very basically, without any additional information like finishing and starting and time and stuff. They just let you know whether it's past, present or future. And they're a really good starting point for revising your tenses. So if we look at the verb cook, the simplest way to get your past tense is to put ed at the end. And so if the present tense is I cook my lunch, the past simple tense is I cooked my lunch. Just put an ed on there. I cooked my lunch. That was in the past. You can add other sentences to specify exactly when in the past. You know, I cooked my lunch. This was last week or something like that. I cook my lunch. Very simple way of saying, you know, I'm doing it right now. But here it's not clear if this is I do it every day right now or not, which is why I'll show you there are other tenses in other videos. And then for your future simple tense, you simply put the word will in. I will cook my lunch, and then tomorrow. So I cooked my lunch, I cook my lunch, I will cook my lunch, and then when you're going to do it. So it's very, very simple for most verbs. You just put ed for the past and you put will in front. There are some verbs, and these are called irregular verbs, that do not follow the I'm going to add ed rule. And the unfortunate thing is you just have to learn them off by heart. So an example is eat. So you've got she ate her lunch with me. She eats her lunch in the lunch hall. So you've got eats there because it's she, we've put an S. So she eats lunch in the lunch hall. But we didn't put she eated lunch. That would be wrong. We've put she ate her lunch with me. And that's why it's an irregular verb. So those verbs, you just have to, when you come across them, learn them off by heart. But look, future works the same. She will eat chips for lunch. So she eats lunch in the lunch hall. And because I've used she here, it's an S. I wouldn't, if I put I eat lunch in the lunch hall, I wouldn't. But because it's she, there's an S. She eats lunch in the lunch hall. She will eat chips for lunch. But just for the past tense, what you want to look at is here. You haven't got eated. It's an irregular verb. So just remember, most verbs, for the past tense, you put ed at the end, but some of them are irregular and you have to learn them off by heart. Next week, we'll be looking at the perfect tense, which is another way of being more specific about when in the past, present and future something happens.